Ras Al Khaimah Government Media Office would today like to welcome three of Ras Al Khaimah's most prominent leaders in the field of higher education. Ms. Al Hafeet, the Director of Higher Colleges of Technology in Ras Al Khaimah, Dr. Rao, the President of Ras Al Khaimah Medical and Health Sciences University, and Professor Al Hakim, the President of the American University of Ras Al Khaimah. Welcome to you all, and thank you all for taking the time to discuss with us what you have in store for the future. Firstly, to Ms. Al Hafeet, I would like to ask you, what is the key area of focus for higher colleges of technology here in Ras Al Khaimah at this time when we transition back to a more normalized way of operating?
Well, as you know, that the Higher Colleges of Technology, HCT, is the UAE's largest applied higher education institution with 16 men's and women's campuses across the Emirates. And we have over 23,000 students and around 1,600 employees. Therefore, all HCT campuses have taken all the necessary safety and health precautions to ensure the safety and well-being of its employees as well as students. So the applied teaching learning activities are designed with the safety of students and employees as a priority.
Dr. Rao, I want to change tack slightly and ask you, it's been a very much unprecedented year in many respects. As we've already discussed, people have had to adapt in many ways. Businesses, universities had to adapt. I wanted to ask you about the lessons learned during this time. As a leader of one of the key educational institutions in Ras Al Khaimah, what are the most important lessons you've learned and the takeaways from the past few months?
Several challenges with reference to the students. And then, of course, for us as a university, again, online lecturing and online examination, everything was totally new. So again, thanks to IT and different softwares, so we were able to manage. In fact, last 6 months, it is too much of stress for us, to tell you frankly, because starting from the software and then training the faculty, training the students, and getting ready for all the requirements, and then changing the lecture. You know, it is not the same like the PowerPoint presentation. We had to change the whole content for the lecturing and practicals and other things. You know, a lot of adjustment there by the teachers. But fortunately, I should say, we are fairly happy. I cannot say fully happy, but definitely we have delivered to the extent what is required by the Ministry of Education.
Professor Al Hakim, same question to you. From what has your university learned during this time, and also personally, if there's any lessons learned from the past few months?
Oh, definitely. There is a lot of things that have been learned, my friend. And always we look at the negative side, you know, the side of the negative effect of COVID, but we don't look at the positive side. And I think there is some positive sides, by the way. You know, this transition that happened smoothly, in fact, from in-person to online in a very short period of time has opened our eyes on other initiatives to take in the future. That, for example, you can hire a faculty who is in the States or in Australia or wherever to give a class. Let's say you don't have someone, a specialist on it. That's one thing that we are currently in this semester. In fact, we have one in the States and one in Canada and one in Germany that we recruited, but we're unable to get the visas for them, working visas. So we had to do it with them online. And they are doing it from their destinations. I think this we intend to keep. I think these developments are very essential in the future of whether the academic institutions or any other public service entity. You are making the life of the people much easier.
Dr. Rao, finally, looking ahead to the future, what are the key projects that your university is undertaking that will enhance your institution's capabilities this academic year and going forward?
As I shared with you in the beginning, see, now our focus is maintain the quality of education as per the Ministry of Education standards. There we cannot compromise. So definitely we will be looking for different methods to maintain that. Again, we said we know the COVID, the future of COVID has become unpredictable. Yes, we are hoping that another 2-3 months it will become less, but still we don't know. So naturally, again, we have to take care of education, the quality of education, so that students are not suffering. So I think that should be the main focus.
Ms. Al-Hafid, same final question for you regarding the projects or initiatives that are underway at HCT moving forward that will enhance your university's capabilities.
Well, HCT's core role is to produce well-educated graduates who can make significant contributions to our nation in whatever field they choose as career path. So, this is a goal in of HCT's 4.0 strategic plan, and which is governed by the 3 pillars of like no Emirati left behind, technical leaders, and graduating companies. The philosophy behind this is that we do not graduate a student who has merely completed higher education. We are graduating leaders, the future leaders who set to learn and adopt for life. So in brief, these like I would just describe the no Emirati left behind and technical leaders and graduating companies and what they are in brief. The no Emirati left behind is briefly like to provide Emiratis, every Emirati with a lifelong learning opportunities, which is based on customized education plans that suit and develop their personal skills.
What is EU RAC looking to do in terms of any projects or initiatives that can enhance the university going forward this academic year and beyond?
Oh yes, of course. There is many initiatives, as I told you. COVID has opened our eyes on a lot of things. Possibly the first and most actually is to equip our students with future skills. Students, they don't need only to know the literature. They need to have the skills to meet the challenges that they might encounter during their lives. I think it's highly important, and this COVID has revealed for us the importance of bridging the gap between the academia and the industry. Whether in terms of research, and this is very important and essential, where I call on the industry to contribute directly, and that's what's happening actually in the developing world. That the industries, they bear responsibilities in terms of using the brains or the think tank within these universities to do certain research. Because we do have the faculties, we do have the labs maybe, but we need the capital. And I think this COVID has opened our eyes on the importance of bridging the gap between the academia and the industry to reach the ultimate goal of the country.
Professor Al-Khaimah, Ms. Al-Hafid, Dr. Rao, thank you all greatly for your precious time today. We wish you, your universities and your students all the best for this academic year ahead. Thank you for your time.